And hello, this is Dr. Kathy, and we are going to have an exciting time because we're going to talk about exciting things. We're getting racy today. So this is the day before Valentine's Day. That's when we're recording this. And so, of course, I have to talk about romance and essential oils and aphrodisiacs and all of those things that make life lots of fun. And the first thing I'm going to do, just give me a second here, I'm going to share my screen. And we'll see, oh, look at that. This is a site that Fatima was telling me for supplies called oillife.com. So just to let you know that. And what I'm really interested in, is this. Because here we go. So this is essential oils for sexual delight, and did some research on this to find out what kind of oils that we use. But first I started off with something really simple: is what affects sexual desire? Stress, resentment, and unforgiveness. I decided to make the words their own little graphic there. Resentment and unforgiveness. Acupuncture meridians, alcohol and drugs, and hormones. And we're going to talk just a little bit about the first four of them, just to give you an idea of what's happening. Oh, and diet. Did you know that processed foods can lower your libido, make things difficult on the sexual area, because there's so many chemicals in them that affect you? And then, of course, that will affect your hormones. And then as we age, our hormones change. And then, of course, with the alcohol and drugs, that can really do a number on you. So first, we're going to start off with stress reduction. And you'll see lavender showing up almost all the time in oils for stress reduction. You have lavender, frankincense. Fatima, how do you pronounce V-E-T-I-V-E-R? Oh, I silenced her. She can't answer that. I'm going to say vetiver. If anybody knows different, you can unmute yourself and tell me. Or whatever, V-E-T-I-V-E-R, Roman chamomile, and then a blend that doTerra has called Balance, and another blend called Serenity. So know that stress, I'm sure y'all all know, stress can really cause problems. Now I have here, let's put it together and make a blend. So I wonder why that disappeared on me. Let me go back here. But I want to talk about muscle testing. I had promised to do muscle testing with y'all and talk about how to do that. First, just to know that muscle testing is a result of your connection with your body and with the energy field within your body and the energy field of someone else that you're working with if you're doing muscle testing on someone else. Now, let me stop sharing the screen, because y'all need to see me. Okay, so I had mentioned, for those of you who were on a call earlier, I had mentioned that I do a really different kind of muscle testing, and I learned it from a Dr. Saul Shea, who is a chiropractor who does alternative healing work even different than chiropractic. And he was talking about when he first learned how to do muscle testing, he was able to communicate with his body, and he did it with his hands. So this is what I want all of y'all to do. And I'm going to show you several different ways to do the muscle testing. So this is one of them. First, go into your heart. And it can be your heart chakra if you're familiar with the chakra system, right in the center of your chest, or even your physical heart. Just feel yourself go into your heart. Now imagine growing roots from your feet. When you go into your heart, you get centered. When you grow roots from your feet, you get grounded. So I want you fully in your body. Now just hold your hands out in front of you, palm down, that they're even with each other. And you can tell your body what you want. So I would say, give me a no, and I don't even move my hands. This is a no, where it doesn't do anything. And then I say, give me a yes, and I just move my hand. And I do my right hand. I move my right hand out a little bit. Give me a no, which means it doesn't move. Give me a yes. I move my right hand out. So then I say, is my name Kathy? And my hand, literally, I can feel it just go out. So try that. Hold that up. Give me a no. Just leave your hand stable and give me a yes. And you're telling your body what it is. Let it go out. That's yes. Now you got to relax. Get your head out of the way. You got to, well, the mind anyway. Keep your head, but you know. So just relax and then just say, okay, give me a yes. In your hand, you might be able to feel, see, sense some energy coming out. And my hand will just go out. I've done this for so long now that if I'm holding something in my left hand, like if I'm grocery shopping, I'll just say, do I need this for my body? And my hand will go out or it won't move. So I can actually do it with one hand. So just get a sense of that. Just play with it. And you can say your name. Is my name Sue Ellen? That's my sister's name. Is my name Sue Ellen? No. Is my name Kathy? Yes. Was I born in August? No, my hand doesn't move. Was I born in May? Yes. And I could feel it just moving. All right, y'all tried that? I'm going to unmute you for a minute. Okay. Is anybody having it do? Is anybody able to do it?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Good. Okay. Anybody have any questions about that? I'm going to show you a couple of other ways. Okay, I'm going to mute y'all again because, you know, there's always background noise when you have a bunch of people. Okay, now another way of doing it is just with your, you know how you snap, but this time what you're doing is you're going to tell your body what you want for a no and what you want for a yes. So in this case, I'm going to say, this is a yes, that I'm telling my body, and I'm just kind of like snapping, but I don't move I don't let it finger. This is what in something with muscle testing, this is strong. So this is a yes, this is a yes, and I don't try to move it. I just really am showing it. And I go, this is a no, and then I just do this and I let my fingers slide off of my hand. Now, again, I emphasize this is yes. I don't and I'm just telling it. We're doing the connection here. And this is no. And I just move my finger off. And again, my name is Kathy. Yes, it's staying there. My name is Sue Ellen. No. I will see if I'm my brother. My name is Tom. No. Now I can go, is Tom in Galveston? Oh, no. I wonder where he is. That's usually where he is, but he goes traveling in different places. So you can do things like that. So just try that and try it with simple, and that's what you practice with, are things that you know the answer to. So you practice with that. Now this is cool because if you're at the grocery store or, you know, the vitamin place, it's a lot less noticeable than this. So you can go, all right, is this supplement something that my body needs? And say I'm holding up, all right, well, hold on a second. No, don't go sit in my place. My dogs are on the couch with me, and one of them, whenever I get up, he likes to sit where I was. So I got this some time ago. It's spirulina. So I'm going to just ask, is this, and I word it this way, this is a priority for my body. That's what I'm saying. This is a priority. I'm putting it as a statement. This is a priority for my body. And my finger's not moving. Now, yeah, I can force it, you know, but I just, no. So evidently it is. I haven't taken any of it yet. And then I can even say, this says 1 scoop is 1 serving size. And I can say, do I need 1 and only 1 serving per day? Look at that. No. Do I need 2 and only 2? 2 is optimum for me. And then I can ask, is it better to take 2 at one time? No. 1 morning, 1 evening? Yes. So that's how I do that. Now other people will do their hands like this. They'll just make interlocking circles and they tell it, okay, this is a strong as a yes. So this is a yes, and they just do strong. And they're not trying to force it. They're just telling the body and that this is a no. And you just bring it through. This is a no. Yes, no. Okay, and again, I'll ask, we'll do one of my favorite things that I just ruined my body with. Is ice cream healthy for me? Yeah, well, I know. Is it good for me to eat ice cream? No. Does ice cream affect me negatively? Yes. I already know it does. It makes me really grouchy. So it's really good that I live by myself when I eat it. But Lent starts tomorrow. I'm going to use that as an excuse to get off of all of that stuff. So those are several ways. Now I can tell you that I have a friend of mine who does muscle testing. She does energy-based healing called Body Talk, which is what I do that also. And she just runs her finger along the skin. Play with that a minute. Just put your finger on bare skin. And now you can program this any way you want. So a no could be that your finger doesn't move. So you just tell, okay, this is a no. I'm just doing that. This is a no. I'm not moving it. This is a yes. This is a no. This is a yes. And then I've started asking questions. Is my name Kathy? And I can feel it easy. Is my name Joe? And actually, it just doesn't feel like it's going to move. Joe's another brother. So it's like feeling those things. So play with these different ones. Go watch this part again and play with these. Now you can also, if you use a pendulum, and I don't have mine with me, if you know how to dowse using a pendulum, well, I don't have to tell you how to do that. You know how to do that. But I can tell you that there are lots of videos on YouTube that you can use that can teach you how to do the muscle testing. Okay, so I see if anybody is on the video and they see Carolyn, she's playing with it. Okay, I'm going to unmute. Anybody have any questions or comments? Going once.
I use my body as a pendulum.
And that is another way of using your body as a pendulum, yes.
But I get more accuracy when I use my body.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when there's several different ways of using your body also.
When I use my body, and when I first checked in, I asked for my yes first, and my yes flips me backwards, and my no flips me forward.
Okay.
So it's different than what a lot of other people do, because I try and get other people to do that as well. And I think only one person has done the same thing as mine, where you go backwards for yes and forward for no. So
yeah, my yes is forward when I do it in the body. The other thing you can do, and I'm going to mute because somebody's got the TV or radio on, so I'm going to mute this. Another thing that you can do is you can relax your body and you can just work with your head. And how I learned to do this is probably the first way I ever learned how to do it, is I would be connecting with my spiritual support team. And I would ask them when I started, give me, and I'll explain, I want to use my head as a sign of yeses and nos. And I'll say, give me, so I'm asking them, give me a yes. And my head goes slightly forward. Now, I don't even have to move my head because I can feel the energy moving forward. Give me a no. My head, the energy, it felt like it was moving this way. You could even say, what's maybe? Well, my head isn't doing anything. Give me a maybe. I feel the energy going this way. And so you can get as complex as you want with it. I would suggest you start off with yeses and nos. Find the way that works for you. I was taught how to use a pendulum years ago in Healing Touch, but the problem with me is, I'd show you if I had it, I can just make it with my mind go clockwise, counterclockwise, back and forth. So I don't trust the pendulum in anything except when I'm measuring somebody's chakras, because I don't have any particular emotional investment in it. Otherwise, it's like, oh, good, say yes that I can have ice cream tonight. And of course it will, even though it's not good for me. So play with some of those ways of muscle testing and use what is easiest for you and more comfortable for you. For some strange reason, using it with my hands, I trust that more than any of the others. And I can't tell you why, but I just do. So now we're going to go back to, come on, you can do it. There we go. So now this is what I'm going to do. And I see some people on, I can see some names on here, so I'm really just picking people out. Ingrid, do you mind being a test subject for showing a particular oil blend for stress reduction for you? You okay? Just nod if it's all right. Okay, so I'm only going to use these oils that are up here on the screen. So that's lavender, frankincense, vetiver, Roman chamomile, serenity, and balance. Serenity and balance are both blends. So I'm connecting with Ingrid heart to heart. And I'm asking what is the best for her. So first thing I'm going to ask is, does she need all of these oils in her blend? No. See, I put my fingers out and my hand didn't move. No. So I'll go, does she need lavender? No. Does she need frankincense? Yes. Does she need the V one? No. Roman chamomile? No. Serenity? Yes. Does she need balance? No. So the two are serenity and frankincense, right? Now, what I'm using these for to give you is, this is really about using the roller balls. And I use the 10 millimeter ones, but there are also 5 millimeter ones. So I like the 10 millimeter ones. And I'm going to just ask, how many drops of serenity do I need to put in a 10 millimeter roller ball? So I just have that there. That's setting the attention. So I'm hoping you're writing down your formula, Ingrid. So let's see if I can. All right, here we go. I'm unmuting you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so for serenity, 1 and only 1, 2 and only 2, 3 and let's do it easier. Less than 10. No. Less than 15. Yes. So 14 and only 14. So 14 drops of serenity. Do you have doTERRA oils?
Yes, I do.
Good. So you'll
Yes.
use serenity. I was going to say, some people here I know are using Young Living. Well, they have a comparable blend. You would just muscle test in the same way. Now, then there's frankincense. So I'm going to say now, in addition, what else? How much frankincense? More than 5? No. Less than 5? Yes. 4 and only 4. Four drops of frankincense. So I put those drops, and I can't remember what I said of how many of the serenity, but you've got that down.
Yeah, 14.
14, and then 4 frankincense. So that's a total of 18 drops. Put that in the thing, and then I fill it the rest of the way with fractionated coconut oil. Now you can use avocado oil, jojoba oil. I have a friend that uses almond oil. So something that's oil-wise. And fractionated coconut oil, any of you who have used coconut oil, you know that it hardens at anything less than 75 degrees. And it's liquid above that. So if you're out in the wilds of Ontario, Canada right now, it's
Not a good
like
mix.
it doesn't roll. So then I do that. And now you can even ask Ingrid and everybody else, do I fill it up the entire way? And I got yes. So you will actually fill that up the rest of the way. And then you can ask this, where do I put it? You know, it's like, where do I put it? Do I put it on my feet? No. Now, when you get really good at this, you can listen to your intuition and something will just pop into your head. And I'll tell you what popped into my head was your heart, right in the center of your chest, your heart. Now I'm going to ask, is this good on her heart? Yes. How many times a day would be best for her? Less than 5? Yes. Less than 4? Yes. I'm getting a kind of 3 and only 3, and I got yes. So 3 times a day. Just put it on your heart. You can carry it with you and just see what happens.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, after using your roller ball, before you fill it up again, ask if the formula is changed.
Okay.
And there are more oils than are what are on this screen for you to use for stress reduction. There are things for anxiety and things like that. So you can actually, if you have a lot of oils, I have a whole bunch of oils. So if you have a lot of oils, you can actually do muscle testing, just going down the rows or whatever it is to find out what else you need to add.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for letting me do that. And I have a couple of others we're going to do. So if you want to volunteer, let me know. All right. So then that's oil for stress reduction. Now, that helps in when you're wanting to make love to someone, because when you're stressed out, it's kind of hard. You can go through the motions, but if you're not relaxed and into it and enjoying it, your body doesn't respond in the way that you want to respond. So for guys, they have a really tough time, of course, because the guys, they don't have erections, or it doesn't stay hard long enough. And for the women, sometimes you don't lubricate. And if you're already having trouble with that, then it just makes it even more difficult. So you can just relax with it. All right, let's see. Well, for whatever reason, come on, switch. There we go. The other thing is resentment and unforgiveness. Well, excuse me, I just hit my computer. Resentment and unforgiveness. And I'm not an expert at PowerPoint, so we're going to have some other things in here. So these are the ones that you can do for resentment. Lemongrass, lavender, petitgrain, Roman chamomile, vetiver, bergamot, patchouli, black pepper, ylang ylang, valerian, spikenard, which is a really strange smelling oil. And there went off again. And then for anxiety, basil. Oh, here, let me get these started again. You know, it's going backwards here. Let's just try this again, Kathy. We were at resentment and unforgiveness. So here we are. And then I found something interesting online. It was for unexpressed anger, which to me is a lot what resentment is. We just kind of hold that inside of us. And ginger, patchouli, black pepper, cedarwood, and clove. And then there's the Forgive blend, which doTerra has. So, okay, I'm unmuting you. And the first one that says, do me, I'll make a blend for you.
Do me, do me.
Who's that?
Michelle.
Michelle, okay.
Thank you.
Let me see if I can mute everybody, and then I'm going to look for you, Michelle, and try to unmute you. I think you're the only 281. Is this you, Michelle?
I'm here.
Can you hear me? And I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Good.
Okay.
You're set. So you got your pen and paper?
In my hand.
All right. So first I'm asking, do we use the 10 milliliter roller ball? Yes. Now this is another thing. If you have several different oils that I'm talking about carrier oils that you use, you can ask which one is better for you. So I'm just asking, fractionated coconut oil, okay? Yes. Is there one better? I got no. So you could really use whatever you want. You don't want to use one that has its own scent if that's something that's important to you. So I'm going to start with that left column there, and I'm going to say, are there oils in there in the left column that need to go in her blend? Yes. And I'm going to ask how many so I know what I'm looking for. 1 and only 1, 2 and only 2, 3 and only 3, 4 of them. Okay. So now I'm just going to go down the line. Lemongrass, no. Lavender, yes. Lavender's 1, Michelle. Petitgrain, no.
Okay.
No. That one I don't know how to pronounce. Vetiver.
Okay.
Patchouli is the third one. And black pepper is the fourth one. I just double checked my muscle testing just to be sure. Is there any on the right side? No. That which surprises me because I would have thought that forgiveness, the blend, would be there. So lavender was the first one, right, Michelle?
Yes.
Because I didn't write these down. Okay, lavender, how many drops? Less than 10, yes. Less than 5, no. 6 and only 6, 7 and only 7, 8 and only 7. 9 of them, 9 drops of lavender. So the next is petitgrain, right?
Yes.
20. 20
Wow.
drops of petitgrain. And then the vetiver, I'm going to figure out how that's pronounced, or I'm going to mispronounce it for the rest of my life.
It's
That's the
okay.
next one,
Sounds
isn't
good
it?
to me.
V-E-T-I-V-E-R?
Yeah, I think so.
Less than 10, less than 5, no. 5 and only 5, 6 and only 6, 7 and only 7. 7 drops of that. And then black pepper. I'm just learning about black pepper. I don't know much about it. I'm just so used to black pepper on my food, right? Less than 5, yes. 4 and only 4. 3 drops of black pepper. And fill the rest of a 10 millimeter roller ball up with fractionated coconut oil or whatever oil you want to use. By the way, shake those things. You shake those things, and then what I do is I hold it against my heart and I ask for the oil to take on the vibration that is needed for me. And I would actually do that each time I used it because your vibration is going to change. And these oils will, sometimes they change in aroma and sometimes they change in the way they look. I don't know if I told y'all this one time, but it's a story that bears repeating. We were playing with oils. This was years ago. And we just decided to try it. We've been watching Emoto's things about water, where you make the little crystal and things, and it was with prayer or even ugly sounds or things like that. And so we wanted to see what it would do with the oils. And so we would hold one of the oil. First, everybody passed the oil around and smelled it. And then somebody would hold it and just pray for it, basically send lots of love into it. And then we would pass it around and smell it again. Sometimes the smell was stronger, aroma was stronger. Sometimes it was lighter. Now, a friend of ours had some sample oils in a clear little bottle. And when we did her oils, the color changed.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? So always align it to yourself. Okay, Michelle, any comments?
Fabulous. Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's yours. So resentment and unforgiveness in sexual response can add a tremendous amount of, well, you just really can't get in that place of unconditional love, can you, when you have resentment and unforgiveness? And what you'd be surprised at is that resentment and unforgiveness may not even be aimed at the person that you're making love with. And you only realize it later when you're working with releasing the resentment and unforgiveness. And then you make love to somebody that you didn't even know that you had anything in, and it is so much better. It's just amazing how that works. Okay, so the next one, come on. I'm going to do a longer one, I think, on some of these, like especially, I'm a former therapist. So, all right, so you'll see these oils that I found that are pretty much used to get gathered together, linked together often, talking as a therapist this time, because so many people who are depressed have anxiety, and so many people have anxiety have depression. And if any of you are on medication for those, you'll discover that sometimes the same medications are actually prescribed for both different experiences, but they are different. They work on different parts of the brain, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I have lemongrass, bergamot, clary sage, melissa. Then there's the balance blend, cheer blend, forgive blend, and the elevation blend. Now, these are all doTERRA blends. And basil, bergamot, frankincense, juniper berry, lavender. You notice how often lavender shows up? Didn't show up in depression but it shows up a lot. Vetiver, ylang ylang, citrus blend, and balanced blend. So I'm going to do 2 of these this time. Wants their own blend for.
I would.
Who's that?
That's Krista.
Krista. All right. So you got your pen and paper, Krista?
Yep, right here.
All righty. So what we're going to do with this, so this one's, and, okay, speak, Krista.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. Great. So I'm going to start off with those, and I'm just going to ask, in that line, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. How many of these is going to be in our blend for Krista? And connecting with Krista heart to heart. And is it 1 and only 1, 2 and only 2, 3 and only 3, 4 and only, it's 4 of them, Krista.
Okay.
Being told intuitively to start off with a blend. Is it balance? No. Cheer? No. Forgive, Krista. So you're going to start off with the forgive blend. Okay, forgive blend, let's just see how many drops. First of all, for a 10 milliliters, excuse me, not millimeters. So the forgive blend, 10 or less, no. 20 or less, yes. Between 15 and 20, yes. 15 and only 15, 16 or 67. 18 of the forgive blend. Is another blend needed? No. Melissa, yes. And see, I have a hard time with the Melissa oil because my niece's name is Melissa, so I just immediately think of her. So Melissa drops, let's see, less than 10. No, 10 to 15. Yes, 10 and only 10. It's 11. 11 for Melissa, of Melissa. And that's an oil I don't have. And then is it clear? And then bergamot, less than 10, between 5 and 10, 5 and only 5, 6 and only 6. 7 of bergamot. And then the next one has to be lemongrass, correct? So lemongrass, which I just love the aroma of lemongrass. Less than 10, no. 10 to 15, yes. 10 and only 10, 11 only 11. 12 of lemongrass.
Okay.
Then fill it up with your carrier oil. That's interesting. I just got an intuitive hit that you would do well with an almond carrier oil, at least for this one.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to unmute all again, and the first person that says, yes, I want one, let me know.
Yes.
Yes.
Who said yes second? You only get one, Ingrid.
Oh, darn. Thank you.
Who said yes second?
It's Christina.
I have a question. Can
Okay,
you
yes,
put these?
Ingrid.
Can you put these in your mister?
Oh,
Yeah,
Can you miss
and your diffuser.
diffuser? I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yep,
Diffuser.
yep.
Perfect. Okay.
I wouldn't put
Thank
them in. I wouldn't put that many drops in the diffuser.
Okay.
Just use the same. You do your muscle testing. Use the same oils, and you may find that you don't need all of them at the same time.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Christina, you wanted a right? Is this you, Christina?
Yes, it is.
Good. Okay, so you got your pen and paper?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Now, of course, you know, I'm sure you can guess how to affect sexual response. So
Yes.
we're going to go, first of all, how many? 1 and only 1, 2 and only 3, 4. We're going to do 5 oils, Christina.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start off to any of the blends. Yes. Balanced blend. Yes. So balanced blend.
Okay.
Less than 10, less than, no, 5 and 10, 6, 7 of balanced blend.
Okay.
Citrus blend. 5 of citrus blend. Vetiver.
Okay.
That.
Vetiver.
Vetiver, is that how you say it?
That's how I say it.
That's how I say it. but I have a tendency to put all interesting things in. Lavender, 10 of lavender. That's 4.
Okay. Yes.
Frankincense.
Okay.
5 and only 5, 6 and only 6, 7. 7 of frankincense.
Okay.
Any carrier oil you want to use.
Okay.
And you do
Sounds
fill it,
good.
you do fill it up with the 10 milliliter. Okay. Everybody is muted. So let's see. Are y'all enjoying the blends? I just want you to get a good idea of how to do this. Come on, little PowerPoint. Do your thing, sweetheart. Yep, there we go. Now, this is interesting. So the other thing that I looked up is the health of your acupuncture meridians have a lot to do with sexual response also. And so there's the gallbladder meridian, and the gallbladder meridian, which I'm not a real expert in meridian. I use them a lot in Body Talk. And one of the things I do know is it crisscrosses along your head, but it also goes up your body, but it crisscrosses along your head. And it's the most active at 11 o'clock. And when we took Body Talk, our instructor said, do not start any heavy conversations after 10 p.m. because that meridian is so active, it generates things within you. Well, according to the resource that I have, the gallbladder meridian also affects love and adoration. And the 2 oils for love and adoration are lavender and sandalwood. I just thought that was fascinating. And then there's the kidney meridian. Now that's about trust in self and faith. Now think about that in regards to sexual response. So love and adoration, loving people, of course, is when I'm talking about making love, just not going out and having sex. So when you're making love, like on Valentine's Day, you want to have that feeling of love. Now, as a therapist, I'm not in much at all on adoring the person that you're with, but deep love. And then trust in yourself and faith. Now, faith has a lot to do with the faith in the other person. It goes along with trust. Now, bergamot and lavender are the 2 that were associated with this particular meridian. And then you go to the pericardium meridian. Now, the thing about pericardium meridian is it's a heart protector. We have to have balance. If you protect your heart too much, you don't let love in, you don't let love out. If you don't protect your heart enough, you get hurt every time you turn around. So you want to have that heart protection at the right balance, and then open and peaceful relationships. Isn't that what we all want in our relationships? Open and peaceful. So when that meridian is strong and it's right where you belong, this will help. Now the oils that will assist with the pericardium meridian are ylang ylang, lavender, and coriander. And then there's the heart meridian. So you have feelings of love and forgiveness. Now, this is something that doesn't have anything to do with love, but I learned it at the, doesn't have anything to do with oils. But I learned this in a Body Talk class because one of the guys that taught us is has his doctorate in acupuncture. And the kidney meridian goes down to your feet. And evidently it has something to also do with sexual response. And he had a client who, she and her husband used to have a very active sex life. They moved and to a new home, which they were really excited about, but then they quit. Her sexual response just went down, and he started asking her questions. They had tile floors, and she started walking barefooted on the tile floors, and the chill of the floor affected the meridian and closed it down. He says, go put, wear house shoes. And her sexual response came back. So just stick that in your head if you want to do that. And coriander is the oil that goes with that particular experience. Somebody sent me a chat, which is not showing up, so I can't see what it is, but I'll check it later for whoever sent it to me. So that's with the heart meridian. And then the next one, come on, PowerPoint. Oh, that's it. So I'm just giving you those. I'm not going to be making a blend with those, but you can check those things out. So if you know within yourself that you need to, again, work with forgiveness and perhaps your heart meridian is not balanced, muscle test for coriander and how much coriander you might need. And you can muscle test for any of these. You can make your own blends and see how that works for you and test it out. And may I suggest that as you're experimenting with these oils, keep a little notebook or a file on your computer and notice what happens to you. I think I said in the very first one of this series is that I was making a pain blend for myself. And I used the pain formula that I found on Pinterest, Carolyn. And I then asked, do I need to add anything to it? And I changed. I did need to add some extra, I think it was frankincense, but then I needed to add forgiveness. And I can tell you that when I did that, the pain started going down on my shoulder completely. Now, these are some fun recipes. They're from doTerra, from the book. Where's the book? Here's the book. Can you see this? It's the Essential Life book. And they're lots of fun. So this is for sensual sheets. This is for a spray bottle. So you have just one of those little spray bottles. Get them at wherever you want to get them. Have about a cup of water in it. So this recipe, if you want to write it down, and I am going to post the recording here, is that it has 10 drops of sandalwood, 10 drops of bergamot, 3 drops of ginger, 3 drops of lime, and 2 drops of ylang ylang. So that's 10 drops of sandalwood, 10 drops of bergamot, 3 drops of ginger, 3 drops of lime, and 2 drops of ylang ylang. Just put it in the spray bottle, shake it up, and spray it on your sheets. I haven't tried that, but it might be, it's just me and my dogs, so, but I bet it smells good. This one is an aphrodisiac massage. So for the massage oil, they suggest 1/4 of a cup of fractionated coconut oil or unscented lotion. And then you put in 2 drops of rose or geranium. If you get rose is a very expensive oil. So geranium is a nice second best. So that's 2 drops of rose or geranium, 3 drops of sandalwood, 2 drops of ylang ylang, and 3 drops of clary sage. And just put those in with the 1/4 cup of fractionated coconut oil, mix it all up, and just enjoy each other and giving each other a massage. And I think I have 4 of them. So here's the other one. This is an aphrodisiac to blend to diffuse. So you're going to put it in your diffuser. So you just, fill your diffuser up with water and you do 1 drop of each one of these. White fir, cinnamon, patchouli, rosemary, ylang ylang, and sandalwood. Let me say that again. It's 1 drop each. White fir, cinnamon, patchouli, rosemary, ylang ylang, that's Y-L-A-N-G, and sandalwood. So that's a blend to diffuse. Look. And then there's an erotic massage blend. So this is 1/4 a cup of fractionated coconut oil mixed with 2 drops of geranium, 1 drop of cinnamon, 1 drop of ginger, 1 drop of lemongrass, and 1 drop of peppermint. And their suggestion is to mix it together and put it lightly on the genitals. Now, If you know any about these oils, peppermint, cinnamon, that'll give you a little bit of a charge. So you might enjoy yourselves with that. So that's 1/4 cup of fractionated coconut oil, 2 drops of geranium, a drop of cinnamon, a drop of ginger, a drop of lemongrass, and a drop of peppermint. So that's what I wanted to share with you about the oils. And I wanted to tell you that if you would like to have fun with doTERRA, if you're not already belong to some group and you're interested in this, especially if you're interested in this as your own little business to either pay for the oils or whatever, is that I'm going to be doing some different things with the oils. And I wanted to give you, these are just 2 of the kits. The Aroma Touch kit, which has Balance Lavender, Melaleuca, On Guard, Aroma Touch, Deep Blue, Wild Orange Peppermint, a little thing of coconut oil, and a diffuser with it. And then there's another, the Emotional Aromatherapy, which has blends that take care of all the emotions. Those are 2 of the kits that you can get. But if you want to join my team, oops, look at that. One of the things that I'll give you, and to join the team, you need to buy one of the kits. And I will give you your own special roller bar recipe with roller ball, not roller bar, roller ball recipe for whichever area you want in your life. Our upline has tremendous training on the oils and the business, and I'm going to let Fatima talk about that in a minute. And then I do group distance healing sessions. And I'm going to take my team and we will do monthly group distance healing sessions, which will assist you in all areas of your life and including the business area. So if you're interested in that, email me. Let me know. Call me. I would love to have you. I just got turned on with these oils because I have had changes in my life with them. So I want to share them with this. And I thought, well, you know, why not share them with other people? And if I can make a little bit of money to pay for my business, that would be great. If I could make a lot of money, that would be great too. So let me know if you're interested. And Fatima, did you have anything you wanted to say about the training? Fatima's the one who got me involved. We've known each other for years. And she kept saying, Kathy, you really ought to check this out. It will go perfectly with what you already do. You're unmuted, Fatima.
Sure. Our specific team, the one Kathy and I are on, our upline is Lisa Wilson from the Raw Food Institute up in Connecticut, and her institute is like a award-winning raw food institute, especially for detoxing. So she brings all of her nutrition and clinical knowledge to our team. And you don't have to be a practitioner to be on the doTERRA team. You just have to have a passion for natural health and for helping people. And like Kathy's doing it in her own way, and Lisa's doing it in her own way. And it's got so much training. They're very generous. All the training, I think almost all of it is free. Almost all of it is online. And so if anyone's really excited after hearing what Kathy's talking about and it resonates with you, I really encourage you to just talk to us and we'll do a 3-way call and really see if it fits for you. But it is an incredible team. And I wanted to add, Kathy, for Valentine's Day, what I've been doing with my rose oil, because rose and jasmine, they came out in a touch oil, so it's pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil. It's only available in a bottle. Is like every few hours, like I'm slathering it all over my heart, and I've heard that it's really helped people also who are, got those negative emotions going on. So something as simple as that, I've like put into my self-care ritual, like while I'm working, or it doesn't have to be during a meditation or something, but just even while I'm working, I'm slathering these oils on my heart, and I feel like it's really uplifting and it gives me energy. And I love that fact about the oil, that we can talk all we want about the clinical properties of the oils, but the fact that they have such strong emotional components to them just blows my mind. So if you're interested in learning all that, there's nobody better than Kathy, really, to help us with that. So look forward to talking to you all.
And you don't have to actually be interested in the business to get to be part of the team, in a sense, if you just want to share it and do it for yourself.
Right.
People who know me and have worked with me in the healing area, you get all the healing that you want. And I have gotten really in touch with the supplements that they have, and that's really helped me a lot. And I just can't tell you, it just helped me a lot. Now, I know there are people on this call that use other oils, and that is fine. You just want to use a high quality oil. And I know I have a friend on this where she has somebody who makes their own oils, and rather small group, and they're excellent oils. So this is the one that I enjoy and do that. And so I'm just inviting you if you wish. Now we're going to have, I can't remember what the next one's on. I don't have it scheduled for next week. It's the other one, but I just might schedule one. Fatima's going to be gone. I just might schedule one anyway. And just see.
I won't be gone till March, so I'll be here next week.
Oh, next week. Maybe it was me that was going to be gone. Something is happening.
That would be an issue.
That would be. So anyway, thank you very much. I will be sending you the replay on this. And, I might actually just go ahead and make a PDF document of all the slides so that if you just
That'd be
look
nice.
at the slides, and then you can have the recipes that are there and see what's there. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Have a great time and enjoy your Valentine's Day. Frickin' Frack and I are going to have a great time tomorrow. So those of you who have somebody special in your life, just many, many blessings to each one of you. Take care.
Thank you.